Hello everyone, this is Crisalem Soriales, taking up a Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English. This time, I am going to discuss about the roles of nonverbal communication. As what we already know that nonverbal communication, it is a form of communication that occurs without using words, but communicators can really understand that. So this includes about facial expressions, gestures, postures, body language, and other forms of non-verbal communication. So, before we go to the main discussion of this topic, we are going to have a motivational test first. This test is that you are going to identify the roles of non-verbal communication. You have to take note that there are only 5 roles of non-verbal communication. The first one is repetition. The second one is contradiction or paradox. Third, substitution. Fourth, complementing. And the fifth is accenting. This activity will test you if you have understood if you have a lot of knowledge about the roles of non-verbal communication. I will provide 5 pictures here in this video and you are going to write your answers even in your scratch paper. And after the discussion, we will go back to your answers in your motivational test to check if it is correct. Okay, let's start. Okay, that's it. So without any further ado, there are roles of nonverbal communication. Although communicators were just using their body, their facial expressions, there should be a further information on what the nonverbal communication played for. The first one is repetition. This repetition focuses on repeating and often confirming the message that you are verbally making. So this allow a message from a conversation to continue after the talking is done. The type of nonverbal communication that can be used for this role are the eye contact, facial expression, gestures, and this will do the natural process. So this helps validate and strengthen the message that we are going to convey. So under of repetition is that the continuing reinforcement. Continuing reinforcement is that repetition sometimes even cause someone to reconsider their mind because it can demonstrate exactly how much they have been impacted. So the body language typically persists while we are having an emotionally intense conversation. The second one is contradiction or paradox. It might contradict the message that is being conveyed, thus making a doubt in the mind of the listener of whether one is speaking the truth or not. This contradiction, it can highlight the untruthfulness that somebody may be speaking. It is very common to us that when we interact with others, we are always using eye contact. And because of the eye contact, it brings what we are going to convey and it delivers a message that we should interpret. The third one is substitution. We often substitute the words that we are trying to speak. Although sometimes we can feel anxiety which we are unable to sit still, unable to pay attention, and even sweating. We can also express ourselves in other ways that take place the words. It can replace a verbal post. For example, you are using your facial expression and it frequently conveys a meaning for more vivid than words can ever have. Okay, the eye contact, hand gestures, and facial expressions were essential for this substitution. The fourth one is complementing. It can add to your verbal message or complement this. This can improve the impact of the message, such as using your hand gesture, facial expressions. And like for example, you are giving praise to someone through giving signs to him or her. Another example for that is you are having this sign like you are clapping or giving a thumbs up to someone or showing thumbs up. This represents that you like him or her, that you just this interprets about the words you are going to speak to someone. Like for example, you make it, you did it, congratulations, well done. Like for example, you are using your hand like thumbs up and clapping. This shows that you are complimenting to him or her, and it interprets the verbal word that, or you're just saying congratulations or well done, and through this sign this will interpret what you are going to say. The last one is accenting. It can highlight or simplify a verbal message. Like for example, you are pounding the table just to highlight the importance of your message, and it brings everyone to focus on you. Okay, this represents what it means. This accenting, from the word accenting, it is giving highlight or simplify of the words you are going to convey to other people. Like for example, you are pounding the table, you're pounding the wall just to encourage or bring the people to have a focus on you. So that are the 5 roles of nonverbal communication. The first one is repetition. The second one is contradiction. Third, substitution. Fourth, complementing. And the fifth one is accenting. And I hope you understand and you learned my discussion about the roles of nonverbal communication. So that's it. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless to all.